So here is everything inside of the brand new Grow Garden update, and this is how you're going to complete both everything in the ZEN update and how these mechanics work with this event you see active right now. So starting off, what's going to happen is by default, you should probably get some of the ZEN tokens since it's going to be necessary for it. But as that event just shown, this is going to be an hourly event. Now, I don't want to rush this update video because there is a lot to cover, but so this is going to be an hourly event. It's going to last for 10 minutes, and there's going to be a chance for a crop in your garden to mutate into ZEN. Now, when it mutates into this, or Tranquil, I think is the mutation it gets, it'll actually, be mutated into this. And then what you're gonna have are these Tranquil plants. So I can probably find one because they have a very distinct mutation. So if you remember the Lunar Glow event, it's gonna work the same around this, where the plant in your garden is going to have like an effect on it. So what we're gonna do is once you have this, you're going to take the Tranquil plants and you're going to contribute this to get these points. So over here, there's the shop where you can buy stuff. So you can get the ZEN egg, seed pack, sand. So these are these are the next things. So you're going to need to get Unk's tree. So that's going to be this NPC right here. So you contribute stuff to him. And this is also a pet right here you can get. So you will contribute the mutated plants. So take all Tranquil, and then it'll do that. So when you do this will add to this thing. And then once it fully levels up, I believe this will give progress. And then I think maybe if you give them to him instead, you get the tokens. So it'll work that way. But so the further down you get, the better stuff. So then there's this one. So the Kawaii, as you see, Fish of Fortune grants a small bonus to egg hatch luck and all that stuff, and different colors, meaning there's a chance you can get them in different colorways and potentially rainbow and golden and all that. And then there's more. So as you see, this one, ZEN Gnome crate. So we have a new crate. You can probably click on this. As you see, we have a samurai gnome. That's actually cool. Spiked mango. And then this one, the pet shard Tranquil, calms your pet's mind and makes it tranquil. Most likely meaning there's going to be some sort of mutatable ability that stems away from this. So this is cool to consider. But the next thing is to get all of these. I will show you later in the video the best way you can grind these, since what matters is the amount of plants you contribute to this, not their size, value, or rarity. Post-production Sarge here. So yeah, the rarity actually does matter. So I'll have a video coming out later on the full best actual ways you can grind this, which will cover using the new save load slots for your plot, because they added plot loading slots so you can have like different gardens completely saved. So it uses that mechanic. So yes, rarity does matter. Once you contribute to this, you can look more into it. There's also a bit of information here. So there's a new best pet, which will be from here. This is going to be the Kitsune. So the nine-tailed fox from, ancient whatever. I think it's like some myth. It's also a Naruto. But as you see, Shiba Inu. Then we have the Zinzaru, Tanakui, or I don't know if I'm saying these right. A Tanchozuru, a Kappa, and then a Kitsune. So if you search, what is a Kappa? A Kappa is a mischievous, malevolent water imp or demon known for association with the rivers and ponds. So this is actually really cool because they're theming these around stuff. So this is a Kappa, and then that's also in this, which is pretty cool that they're doing that. Also in this, there's a new maple apple, which is probably going to be a really good plant. So if I can get my hands on that, I'll make a cover video on it. Additionally, once again, to get these plants, what you're going to need to do is have just volume. Once again, as I said before, the actual plant itself doesn't matter. You just need volume, like literally. And the more volume you have, the better. So the more plants you have, the better it is. And so what this will do is help increase stuff. Now, there is a small, decent chance some of the decorations, they're not actually decorations, and do same what like the night rod or whatever it was called did. So this is just an estimation, but there's a good chance because they're usually something that benefits, like makes it easier to get that stuff. So I'm just saying, I haven't gotten the hot spring or these things, but there's a chance some of these might make your chances for this stuff better. We also have new decorations, a little waterfall, bridge, statue, a gong, bamboo tech, bamboo fence, and a little lamp. That'll be really cool to incorporate even to my own. Also the restock feature. So this you can manually restock for credits, which I do like. Only issue is it progressively gets more expensive and doesn't reset. So meaning you can actually effectively grind. The only issue is it'll be expensive. Now, the next thing we can cover is the best way you can grind these things, and then also cover some small other stuff in the update, like this plant right here, ZEN Rock, pretty nice. If I get out a magnifying glass, you can see its value is pretty good, and it's a decently common one in it. So starting off with the first thing. So this is the mythic seed pack. So it's pretty, I would say, easy to get because I got it second try, right? And I've only opened like 7, I think. So this won't be too hard to get, but it will be, once again, fairly difficult considering It is a mythic, yes. Now, its sell value, this isn't even a big one in ad, as you saw, 277,000. So we can incorporate this into some crazy grinding strats. So this will be like, usually in the event, they've started adding single harvest in the packs or the seed packs, which is cool to consider. Now, this will be like a buffed mate, or if you want to consider the mushroom, this will be like a better version of the mushroom. Super overpowered, and it is also pretty cool as like decorational. So this will probably be really grindable for money and all that, considering if its base sell value is like 277,000 or nearly 800 or 300,000, you could easily push this to have even more. Now, the next thing we can take away is with this thing, alongside it being super high in sell value, is since it's a single crop, you can get really good mutations on it. Since rather having a harvestable like multiple plants like on the bone blossom or something like that, you can specifically grind mutations on just this one using like the reclaimer tool if you don't want to delete stuff and so forth. But this will be really good because you can do that. Also, there might be a new seed. Just checking. Nope. Okay. Also, do note we got our stock notifiers finally working in our Discord server, so you should check that out. That'll be in the description. But the next thing is going to be, once you have fully obtained, got whatever these things, the next thing is you want to prioritize volume. So for when grinding these mutations, what you need to try to do is get volume. Now, obviously, I would consider, you remember the prismatic grinding strats for the summer harvest, you just wanted a bunch of tomatoes. Pretty much the same idea. You can just farm as much crap as you want, and then you can also do it on alt accounts, since it's the plants just having the mutation, not actually the rarity. Now, this might change because this is once again the testing server, so there's a good chance it's that. Also, we have a spiked mango guy over there, so I'm gonna quickly check that. Spiked mango has a sell value of 162,000. That's pretty good considering that. So next thing to note, once you have these, you can use alt accounts and then feed it to your main if you want to progress really fast. But whenever you have all this stuff, what you need to try to prioritize, besides just volume, is you also want to get as many like multi-harvest crops. So you don't want things like burning buds and all that, because once again, you'll only get one plant out of it. And if you say it is a big one and you want to grind mutations on it for selling, then you probably won't want to claim it. So once you have one of these Zen plants, so here's one, or Tranquil is the mutation name. Here's one. So it'll let off this like effect if you don't want to go through claiming all your garden. So let me find it. This one right here. So I have a Tranquil, I think I claimed the wrong one. Tranquil plants. So to contribute to, so say we can give it to the Unk Monk, take this plant, you get 7 points. Now, if you contribute to this one, you get the Chi. So the Chi is how you get the shop points to spend, and then this is how you level up to get further in the shop. And then the pack, pretty straightforward. Being able to refresh the thing yourself is actually really nice. Once again, if you want to progress to get the points, you need to contribute your Zen or Tranquil plants to this thing right here, the Zen shop NPC. And then if you want to get further in the shop and then progress through the bars, you need to contribute to the Unk Monk. Now, the next thing, once again, for the grinding strats, I would recommend alt accounts, because for me, I have a ton of really high value crops with mutations and all that I don't really, I'll probably claim them all and I'll sell them and then do that and whatnot. But the next thing is you probably do want to try to prioritize making as much volume in plants as you can. And now obviously once the update's fully out and I'm able to fully play it and all that, I'll give you more, guides that'll actually be beneficial. But for the most part, that's pretty much it. And if this video helped you out, make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you on the next one.